I'm looking at it. Okay, look. Okay, everything seems like to be stable. It's kind of like that bus that is on that cliff. Don't breathe. Don't touch it. Don't move. You won't go over the edge.
Yeah. Shit.
There it goes again. I even turned down the latency. All right.
Somebody said make sure. Josh Weaver said make sure you lower your baud rate.
Bit rate. Hey Josh, just out of curiosity, what rate do you lower it to? Like 3,000?
Hey.
Let's see if
Yeah.
that works.
Yes. What?
Put that puffer down.
We're live. Cody had to do Wi-Fi at my hangar here, but next time I come here, I'll have a dedicated Ethernet line because this is silly, my friends.
Hey, puppy. How you doing, bud? Hey. It's my #1 fan. Air Marshal said it's doing it again.
Hey, yeah, it is.
Everybody says it's doing it again. Tara said it was too.
It's like weird. It's like it like pauses and then it goes back and it's like different from a buffer. I'm telling you, Big Brother's watching.
Drop it to 2K.
It's a big buffer. Okay. Let me go and drop it like it's hot.
I think I've got a crew in here.
Yeah. 16 in here.
16, 17 now, it looks like. 19. Now if we can just get this ball rolling. Oh my lord. This is this is so embarrassing. For me at least.
Hey, man. Hey, look, buddy. Don't stress it. It happens to everybody, man. Damn.
I know, it's just I did my due diligence, at least I thought I was, and some due diligence that was. It's okay. It's alright. Next time.
What's up, Deuces? How you doing, man? Gooniac? Got 22 now, Dustin. We're killing it. It's like everybody's interested now to see if we can get it worked out.
Oh, man. And the thing is, I don't think so. I'll just have to, I'll try to run an Ethernet from the, so in the shop, on the other side of the wall, which isn't thick at all, it doesn't have metal by any means, it is my grandfather where he lives at. And I'm off his Wi-Fi, which this past weekend tested great.
But you know, it's also evening, man. It's everybody could be on
Everybody's
Wi-Fi
online.
tonight too because everybody's at home. You know, that can change the whole game at night. People are at home. You
Yeah.
know, so
Well, everybody should have been watching.
Mike SSI.
Well, RC Marshall just said that we're good. We're good now.
Yeah, Gooniac said it was good. Hey Ray, how you doing, man? Nice. Get over here,
Shout
buddy.
Up says it's good. Okay. All right. People are saying it's good now. Sorry for the issues we've been having.
Yeah, that's the MiG, GB. It actually found a tree last weekend. I'll tell you all about it a little bit later.
It's funny how them trees can just jump out at you.
Man, look, hey,
Sweet.
I came in with a perfect landing, did a little bounce. I figured, well, it went up. I figured, okay, well, I'll do a go around.
Right.
Went around, got up almost tree level, started making a right turn over the trees,
Mm-hmm.
and the damn LVC kicked in, man. And of course, it started doing an alpha like this,
Right,
and
right.
I'm like, oh God. So I tried to bring it back around. As soon as I did, man, it just lost all power from the battery and went right into the one limb stuck out over the path. And it was a thick pine limb, and it was like, and I was like, oh, great.
Well,
So we were able to get it out, though, and basically, this is the main, which I'm going to fix that. Took a little chunk out there. It's very fixable. Other than that, everything on it's working great. So, yeah, it's a matter of fixing some cosmetic stuff, painting it back up. It'll be ready to go. So that's what I do, you know.
Fantastic. Yeah, there was this video. I was trying to find it to show it tonight of a gentleman that has a Freewing A10, the bigger one, and he's coming in. He's doing like a pass over the runway, but there's like this one like twig of a tree, and he nails it. He nails like the very top of it, and this does damage to the leading edge of the wing, and he uses it as an excuse to make a repair video. But it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound like it took much out. But there's a good chunk, about a 4-inch section of the wing missing on the leading edge, and he took some rigid insulation and then fixed it right up and glued it right on the end. It was pretty cool because when that A10 was coming in, it hit.
I've got pieces. Well, I've got pieces of foam from packaging from other planes I've gotten, so I'm just going to cut a piece and mold it, put it in there, and then I'll sand it and form it, and then spackle over it, and then paint it. But I mean, really, other than that, everything else looks pretty good. All the connections are working. I've put everything on a servo tester. Everything works good. So, yeah. Other than that, man, she's a hoss, So just got to do a few things to it and get it back up in the air.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see because you hear
This is Hobby King Cody.
You hear that A10 hit that tree, and like you tell like ooh, right? But it keeps on flying like it didn't even hit nothing. Like it was pretty amazing. And he brought it down. And was like, man, it's a typical A10 for you. But yeah, so just kind of doing a quick shout out. We've got. I know we typically do this at the first, but we kind of just got started late and all the technical difficulties here. We spent about 20 minutes doing that. We got Deuces Mike, my machining friend, Cody, Mike SSI, Shadow Ops, GB, Mr. Weaver. Thanks for the tips, buddy. We finally got it working.
Yeah.
Man, we got 23 in here. That is awesome.
Yeah, man. Doing great. And Cody, this is actually a Hobby King jet, man. It's a great jet. Flies wonderfully. I love it. Several of the guys have got them. And for the price tag on it, you can't beat it for how well it flies. Some guys have had issues with the servos in it. I personally have not. So all I've done is put the Guniac afterburner in it, which looks awesome, by the way, Ray. And I've flown it, man, and great jet. Love it. Yeah.
Did Dave Marshall ever get back in here by chance? I see him.
I'm sure he's lurking somewhere.
He's lurking. Hey, EQ.
Yeah.
And I just got here.
Buddy?
Guys, it will take me a little bit, and I know we're on a different show just about every night, but a lot of times I can't attend those shows because I'm working after hours. I am absolutely terrible with names. So please, if I call you by your screen name, chime in with your actual name, and what I'm going to do is make me a list and try to remember. Again, I am terrible with names, but I can remember what car you drive because I'm a big car guy.
Hey, what's up, Ruff? How you doing, buddy? Jermaine, how you guys doing, man?
What's going on,
Yeah.
Jermaine? Hey, Joe. Welcome. I gotta give this man a wrench. Pilot Ryan charges $50. I charge $49.99. That's a deal.
Here's Dave Marshall. Dave Marshall's back in.
Hey, so the guys, and Jeff, I don't know if you saw this or not, because it just kind of got leaked today. Arrows is coming out with a MiG-29. I'm afraid to bring it. I'm afraid to bring up like the actual picture of it because of the internet right now. But it's going to be Retrax twin 64 millimeter.
Oh man, it's cool. Very nice. But it's like I was telling you, I had not seen until today the Roban planes on Motion RC until I got an email today from them, and one of them was a camo A10. Well, you know me, I'm all about the camo, so I had to go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a 120 millimeter jet, but it's $15.99 with nothing but Retrax, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's nice and all, but I can't see it, man. I mean, not when that Freewing A10 performs as well as it does for what, 500 some bucks compared to 1,600 with no EDFs, no ESCs, no servos. I mean, you're going to be talking well over $2,000 to $2,500 for that jet by the time it's done with ducted fans and everything. I don't know. That's just what I'm seeing, man. It's just a lot of money.
Yeah, it certainly is. You'll easily be at 25 by the time you get the EDFs and the ESCs alone. Then you go in and get the servos.
You there, man?
Yeah, I'm here. It got hung up a little bit. I'm just watching the guys.
Yeah, Cody's telling me, man, we're going in and out again, bud.
Yeah, it's buffering.
He sent me a text. I don't know what's going on with the internet tonight. Not unless there's just so many people on it because everybody's having to stay home.
Mm-hmm. I just turned DVR off. Maybe that will help.
How's it looking there, Josh?
Yeah, because I've got it turned down to 2,000.
I refreshed my browser and it came back up.
Good. Let me do... I didn't realize this table was this big, and I got my laptop out toward me. Yeah, so Randy was saying it's the SU-30 64 millimeter leaked out today. So I know Ryan probably wasn't too happy about that. Because, I mean, the guys, they get excited overseas in China, and they start marketing, and of course it gets leaked out.
Cody's saying it's the it's the Wi-Fi, unreliable for the kind of support live streams needed.
Well, that's what we always
thing
had
is-
at the other shop. There's always been Wi-Fi.
I mean, the thing about it is we've always had good luck prior to this.
Mhm.
Never had any issues. So it's got to be the Wi-Fi in the shop you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got full bars, man. I'm banging out on everything I've got right now.
I
And
know.
like I said, that's the Orbi that we got, man, and it works awesome. Does great
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
because I do
I'm just
not
gonna.
have an Ethernet hooked to mine, and the Orbi works good for us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a dedicated line from his and just run it through the wall. Because over here in the shop, it's easy to run something like that. Because I would like to do it here
Hmm.
every so often. Jackson RC, what the
Yeah,
hell's
well, it
going
looks
on?
good, man, with planes and everything behind you. I'm digging it. I mean, it looks really nice. But like I said, it's buffering pretty bad. I'm noticing it on my end with watching the video and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Jackson RC Aviation? How you doing, my man? Good to see you, buddy.
Turn down the. Hmm.
Yeah, and I need to get me some Real Flight 9. I've got Real Flight 6. I mean, that's how old mine is, but it works great. It does a good job. I just can't seem to play with you guys. So I'm left out, man. Damn.
Yeah, I thought about.
So yeah, I need to get it.
Um. I gotta spell this right. There we go. I've got the Real Flight 8, and I like it. I mean, I like it a lot. It does help, and but after a while, like flying by yourself kind of gets boring. So flying at Dave's Marshalls on Friday,
Yeah.
Mondays, that's pretty awesome because the guys they'll get like in what was it? We had like all pits. No, the AT6s,
Yeah.
and we're like flying in formation. And there was I don't know at least like 22 people. And we're all trying to like fly in formation. Of course, we got people wrecking into other people or crashing into other people. Matter of fact, Pilot Ryan got somebody came in and his tail hit his prop, so it killed his engine. And like I don't know, a minute and a half later, Pilot Ryan's like, "Man, I'm still flying," because you're on top of this big mountain. So he was kind of flying down toward the mountain, I guess to see how far he could get. But seems like on my end, the preview area, it looks like it is working better now. You guys tell me. Got Mr. Is Real Flight 6 older than me? I have no idea. I have no idea when Real Flight 6 was made.
I've had mine for about probably 8 or 9 years. So yeah, it's Dustin's. I think Dustin's a little bit older than that.
I would
Tell him,
think
hey.
so.
Hey guys, what's up? What's up? Mr. Mason here. Boy, good boy.
Let's see.
Said Dustin, did you fly your F-14 this weekend?
No, it's actually. Well, I'll show you guys. I want to get this figured out real quick because Josh Weaver's telling me how to change the. Hold on, guys. Stay with me. Give me like 30 seconds. Yeah, that's because I was changing the video settings, so it wasn't. Are we back? Yeah, so shut it down intentionally. Reboot. We back? We good? Are we better? Are we?
Yeah. Your camera picture's looking a little better now.
Are you saying I look better? Are you saying I look good?
Hey, I'm just saying, your damn camera's been pixelated all night, man. It looks much better now. It's still fuzzy, but it's better.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's my laptop camera. Isn't what you're seeing is it's not
Yeah, I mean, on
pretty at
YouTube,
all.
you're good, man. But on looking at what I'm looking at here, it's just a little fuzzy.
Right. Let's keep this guy here. Oh man. Oh my lord. All right. Well, keep me up to date, guys. If you start having issues in the comments, Jeff, let me know because what I'm about
Yeah.
to do is go kind of.
Hey, man, we got 36 in here, buddy. We're knocking it out, man. We're killing
What? Awesome, guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all. Let me get
Yes,
y'all
sir.
over to here.
it.
But no, this is the lovely L14. How to get my ESCs because I'm running the A10 because of the end runners, right? Got those videos up. Go check those out. How to wire my BEC. There was a lot to this plane that I forgot that I had to do. I came in here this past weekend, looked. I didn't have the EDFs in. Had to put those in. Wire up the BEC. Get the wiring somewhat nice again. Had to reroute the wires that run to the rear, and there's both sides. And then I had to put another connection on here. That way I could put my heat shrink on. Oh, and my rudders, the ball links, the rods wasn't connected to the ball links. Got those adjusted, and so now it's just a matter of kind of buttoning everything up and going over it with a fine-tooth comb just to make sure it's good. Check my CG, and then we will be ready to roll. And kind of for Dave, there's Dave's baby. His F-18 that hasn't
Yeah, when he comes and gets it.
hasn't been flown at all, and then a big Cub.
Hey, we got Pilot Ryan in here. Hello, Pilot Ryan. Hope you're doing well.
What's up, buddy?
Also, let's see who else. I was checking it out a while ago. Of course, Cody. Hello, Cody. And let's see, Northeast FPV. Hey guys, how you doing? Thank you for coming by tonight. It's probably a little later where you guys are, so I appreciate you coming by tonight and checking us out, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys. And again, I am so torn. I am so torn over the A10 versus the Pitts.
Oh, that 64 millimeter A10 is sweet, man.
Man, I love the A10. I absolutely love the A10. I didn't show my bombers, my two B-17s from Hobby King, but I love the A10. But I can't fly the A10 here. There's really, sure there might be enough room if I had a better skill set, but I just don't know about it. The Pitts, absolutely. It's a prop bird. I can fly them here. I mean, heck, I fly my 1600 millimeter Spitfire, my FMS P47. That's a 1500. I fly those here, and they're fantastic. But it's just those EDFs. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I love my EDFs. I flew everything in my trailer, I think, this weekend, man. Sunday. Flew all day from about 10 until dark. Beautiful day here in North Carolina. We had about 75 degrees, like no wind. Flew the Corsair, the Spitfire, the Stinger that's been converted into a T-45. I flew the Albatross, flew the A-10 a couple of times, flew the F-7F several times, flew the F-15, the 64 millimeter E-Flight. That's an awesome little jet, guys. Flew that with the Smart Packs that I got from Horizon. Those are 2200 4S Smart Packs. They're awesome. Really woke that jet up. What you bringing up there, man? What you got now?
This is the F-16, and I love it. Oh, we still got. I barely landed, so it's got grass on it. This is actually. I ain't cleaned this sucker off since December. No, I flew this. So my family comes in here, my extended family, in Christmas, and we have a cookout. here, and the guys, some of the kids and the guys wanted to see the planes fly. So I grabbed the big Cub, the Carbon Cub S Plus or Triple S, Double S, whatever. The big white and orange one that got released about this time last year, and then flew this guy. But I was still kind of getting used on the landing, and I crunched the nose, which I hear is kind of common with these.
Yeah.
But I got like 3 noses. I just haven't. It ain't to the point where it needs to be replaced yet. You can't see it while it's flying, so it don't need to be replaced.
It's good from 10 feet away.
Yep. Just like she was a, what was that joke? It was she was a butterface. Everything looks good but her face. Blockamore.
Yeah, exactly.
She looks good from a Blockamore way.
Hey, so Ryan, so you're in here. So have you seen anything on those Roban 120 millimeter jets? I'm just curious, man, because like I was telling Dustin, popped up in my email today, so I clicked on it, went over to Motion, and checked it out, man. They're composite jets. A lot of money for just an airframe and some retracts, man. Just didn't know if you had checked it out. And have you looked at them? Have you thought about them? Just wondering what your thoughts are on them, man. It's a big jet. Definitely, in the camo A10 is sweet. You know what I mean? It pulled me right in, man. So just curious.
I believe I saw Tim Toutant talk about it, and I want to say it's been out like for 2 years-ish or so,
Yeah.
but I see.
Well, see that? Yeah, I've never seen it on their website, man.
Yeah, well, they haven't had it on their website until now, but like it's been out by Roban through other distributors, through other means.
Okay.
But it's composite, but it's got like a wood balsa frame, I believe, on the inside, if I'm not mistaken. Because typically, what I'll do, first thing I do is look at the manual, right? Even though I have,
Right.
I won't say I have no interest in owning one because it's a cool plane. I just haven't transitioned to that size or to the balsa planes yet. Because I really would like that Corsair by Black Horse, just because I like Corsairs. And so I'll kind of just dig into it, kind of just see like what I'm getting myself into before I pull that trigger.
Well, I'm kind of like Ryan. He's talking about HSD for the Win, and I'm definitely down with that. I love the HSD from what I've seen, and that F-16, it's just got me drooling. But I want to see it, flown a little more, and get some more thoughts about it. Especially, I'd love to see it flown off of a very manicured grass like what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Just to kind of get some idea of how it performs, because that's what I got. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be flying off of Geotech
Right.
or off of asphalt. So,
Mm-hmm. Well, I told you, man. If you guys want to get some Geotech, y'all know who to call. I can get you a hell of a deal on it.
Yeah, well, we need to get some, man. I was talking to Frank the other day, and we would love to have some, but we're 1,000 feet, and then 100-foot wide. So we've got a side area that we could do something on just for takeoffs,
Right.
If we could just have an area for takeoffs, that would be great, because I love landing on grass, period. Grass is a little more forgiving.
Like at Joe Knoll, theirs is 300 foot, I believe. So a football field, 100 yards.
They went with felt, though, didn't they, Dustin?
I honestly do not know. I remember seeing the construction of it, where they tore up the ground and then they compacted it very, very nicely. I mean, that was some grade A compacting as far as setting it up. It's basically like if you're about to pour some concrete for some foundation.
Well, that's the way you should do any of it if you're going to do it right.
Right. Oh, absolutely. But people want to take shortcuts, or they just don't know. But that was a very professional job.
Well, it's like Ryan said, they didn't use Geotech. They went with felt, which is what I thought they did. It's the black felt.
Mm-hmm.
which looks really nice. Only issue with it is I think Wesley had even said that a couple of guys hit it with props and cut it in a couple of places, which I'm sure can be fixed pretty easily.
Right.
But yeah, you know, if you got a strong enough prop, it's going to cut Geotech as well, you know?
Yeah, it's got that give to it. Asphalt don't.
Exactly. That's going to eat your prop up.
Yeah, it's like one of our customers, concrete customers, on the back of his truck. See, his slogan is, "If you don't do concrete, it's your own asphalt."
That's pretty good. I like that. Good slogan. That's catchy. Definitely. All right.
Yeah.
So what else is going on with everybody today, man? Everybody staying well, doing good.
Yeah, I had some videos that I wanted to show of some awesome videos that had been put on YouTube tonight, but I'm very reluctant to do that just because everything's smoothly right now, and I don't want to upset it. Had the landing, and see, that's the thing about YouTube right now, Jeff, and I commented on your video to kind of let you know, is on that 262, I never got a notification on it. And then it showed up in my stream like a few days ago in my subscriptions, but I looked at the date when you uploaded it, and it was like 3 or 4 days before that. And
yeah, that's been out for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, and that was what, Brian's?
Yeah, that was Baron Walker.
Baron, that's right.
Which, you know, like I said, we flew Sunday all day, so I've got several videos of my own to put up, a couple other people. Like I said, I have a friend of mine, his name is Brian Brody. He's a new member at our club. Super nice guy, man. Brian, he's funny because he's just gotten into flying. He's been in RC trucks and things like that for over 10 years, so he knows those front, backward, and sideways. But he's just getting into the RC plane thing. He's gotten bit by the bug, and it's funny because, you know, he's starting out flying the Carbon Cub by Horizon Hobby with the GPS and everything, and he's doing a great job. I was helping him with it a little bit this weekend, but my man has already bought himself a Freewing F4 Ghost, man, Gray Ghost, and he's getting it all set up and everything, and I'm like, bud, you know, that's just a handful. And he's like, I know, man, I'm just going to look at it for a long time, and when I'm ready, you know, I'm just going to look at it. And I'm like, all right, I got you, man, it's all good. But hey, I love it. You know, I love to see the enthusiasm. I love to see somebody that's really into this hobby, man, because it's such a great time. Everybody out here I've met, great people, and just really having a good time. I said, man, that's what it's all about. Nobody needs a drug on this hobby. It's an adrenaline rush, and I mean, it's one of the best things you could ever do, man. And I wish more people would get involved with it, because it is a great community of guys. We all support each other, and we all have a good time doing it, man. So, yeah, if you're watching, Brian, hey, man, I'm proud of you, buddy. Hang in there and keep doing what you're doing, man. And I'll help you get that F4, you know, ready to roll out. And we might have to get out and taxi her a little bit. You ain't got to fly right now, but, you know, taxiing them is everything too, man. That's nice to watch that. So hang in there, man. We'll get it done.
Oh, yeah. It's like, you're talking about the Carbon Cub. I mean, that was my first plane, and I had to suit this thing up. Oh, come on. So funny story about this guy. This thing's been through hell in a handbasket. And, I mean, with this guy, I've got the APC prop. I've got the, what is it, like a Power 16, Power 15, Horizon Hobby motor on it. I mean, this thing will hover. And so when I went and got in the jets, my dad, he wanted to start flying. So I was like, oh, really? And he offered to buy this from me. And basically what he did, he bought me a Viper, and then I gave him this and batteries and whatnot. And he's flew this, but with me having it, you know, souped up, he loves it. And then he went and got on a turbo timber, but he hasn't he hasn't never like really flown it at all, unfortunately. And we went to the field with the Cub, and he was getting frustrated, just like everybody, or I don't say everybody, but a lot of people do. Is the orientation of when the plane's coming back at you. Right is your left. It's backwards, and just kind of get over that just takes time. And he kind of got frustrated and kind of got burned out a little bit on it. And then we got so busy at work that, and then me and the wife had our first child, and now he's a grandparent, so he doesn't have time for planes, and heck, I haven't really either. Flew back in December here, and flew like over this past weekend, and that's the first time I flew all year, and it was killing me.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I say Sunday was just a mental health day. I mean, it was so beautiful out there Sunday, and we were just having the best time, man. And I'm telling you, I flew my F7F numerous times. That is an amazing, just a beautiful flying bird. James did a thing a week or two ago on that plane on Motion RCs live. And I'm telling you guys, don't ever hesitate on that airplane. It is amazing. And I've got the gyro in mine. And that's a plane you can pull out on a windy day when nobody else is flying. She'll handle a 20-mile-an-hour wind, crosswind, and flies amazingly. Just a great plane. Can't say enough good about it. So, yeah, definitely check that one out if you haven't gotten it already.
Man. So, I want to let you guys decide what plane I get next. It's going to either be the A10 or the FMS Pitts. If you want me to get the F10. If you want to get the A10, do the emojis for like fire. And if you want me to do the FMS Pitts, do it as a smiley face. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys are thinking, because I'm so split between both of them. I can't make up my mind, and I cannot buy both right now.
Deuce has said he's got both of them coming. I hear you, big dog.
Oh man, hey man, flaunt some of that money over here. Help a brother out, a brother in need out. Oh
yeah.
So we are. Oh man, so we're pretty much even.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, you're gonna have to buy both, man. It's just what it is, I mean, come on. Get both of them.
Man, look.
You got some wall space, man. Come on now.
So I sold my T20, my Trojan E-Flight, which was actually my third plane. My second plane was the P-47. And kind of going back to your friend that you're mentoring, I bought that for my birthday. And kind of I put it together and just set it aside. And every time I come into the shop here, I'd always look at it. And it always gave me the drive to want to get better, to push your limits. Because you really, in my eyes, you don't get better unless you push your comfort level. Like the video that I just put out of the Flightline 850mm P-51. Like, it was windy that day. And you can definitely hear it in the video. And you can tell that the plane's getting tossed around. And I haven't flown in 4 months, and I wouldn't necessarily I was on edge, but I wasn't scared. And then kind of find out I didn't have my gyro on at all. I had to actually turn down all the gains. And so when I got it and I got it back down and started messing with it, I realized, oops, because on that bird I have it set to where I can have the gyro on or I can turn it off. And I think that one's an Admiral receiver.
Hey, look, Pilot Ryan said, "Get it from me, fool." He said, "Don't get it now." Hey, look, guys, you have checked out PilotRyanMedia.com for all your plane needs and other needs. Check it out, guys. He's also got an Amazon affiliate. Go there and buy stuff from Amazon. Help him out, man. He's a good guy. He supports all of us every Saturday night on his show. Promotes each and all of us guys. It's always throwing Dustin and I shout outs on our show talks good about us. Appreciate Ryan so much, man. So yeah, you definitely guys check him out. Look at his Teesprings for his shirts.
Yeah, he's got new shirts coming out tonight.
Yeah, he's got some nice shirts coming out. Check out his shirts. Go to all of the Pilot Ryan Media for your airplanes, for Horizon Hobby, arrows, and different, what is it, RC Jetworks, HSDJetsUSA.com. He's got a lot of good affiliations with a lot of good people, guys. So definitely check it out, PilotRyanMedia.com.
Yeah, and he was saying that Saturday night is going to be lit because he's giving away, yeah, I guess that's going to be the 11th. So he's giving away 2 planes, right, Ryan? 2 planes that night?
Yes, he's giving away, I think Cody and Jason with Horizon Hobby along with Pilot Ryan are giving away the E-Flite A10 64mm, and what's the other one? Is it the Husky? I'm not sure. I can't remember, but there's 2 planes I know they're giving away.
Yeah, he's got the A10, so I'm kind of like, that's what I'm kind of torn about, man. Like, look, I really haven't won anything in my life except my wife, if you're watching. And, yeah, interview with Jason, yep, and 2 planes. Yep. So, awesome. I wanted to say that it was a citation. The citation.
Yes, it is a citation. Yes.
Citation and a shirt is gonna be 1 prize, and then the A10. But
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yes, the new UMX Citation Longitude, as Cody was chiming in and saying now, which is a awesome looking plane for UMX. It's twin EDF. That'll be awesome, I'm sure. Like I said, I like my little UMX planes. I've got the MiG-15, I've got the Timber. I love both of them, but that 64mm A10, man, I think would be all about me if I was going to buy one or I wanted to win one. That would be it for me. It's a sweet plane.
Yeah, again, I just love the A10. It is so ugly that it's beautiful. I mean, what? Look, you got all these jets, and they have a purpose behind the way the reason why they're built. F-18 was there to replace the F-14, right? That's the reason. But when you sit down and you're like, here's the gun I want to use, and then you build an aircraft around that gun, that is just something different. I mean, that just grabs me for whatever reason. And I just love the A10. I've got a few friends that went overseas and got deployed, and they were the guys, they were 11 Bravos, and they were calling the A10s. They're like, there's nothing else on this earth when you hear the A10 coming in or you hear the gun going off. He's like, they don't call them death from above for nothing, man. Or tank busters. I mean, it's just
yes.
awesome.
Yes.
But
that's right.
But I think the A10 is just the perfect size to be able to keep it together, put it in the back of my truck or in the cab, take it to the field, fly it, or fly it here. Because don't get me wrong, I had to take apart my Freewing A10, and I love it, because it's just a beast of a plane. It's 13 pounds after batteries, I believe it was. There's something around there. I mean, it's a heavy bird for a flying beer cooler, and it's a lot that you have to do. You have to make sure you tighten the wing right, the wings. Make sure they're connected, the ribbon cables, and there's a lot of stuff you kind of gotta check. Which sure you should check it. Your plane pre-flight checks, of course. But as you take it apart, put it back together, take it apart, put it back together, stuff wears. And just like the FMS P-47, the 1500mm had like the bullet connectors. If you come out of a high G dive, they could start, those bullets could start wearing and deflecting and get loose over time. And so guys were taking the board that mounts into the actual fuse, taking those fuse screws out so it kind of floats, so it can't do that. I never had a problem with mine, and I'll dive bomb the heck out of it. I love that plane. I mean,
hey, look, Pilot Ryan said that he's going to announce the criteria for entry via YouTube video. First 200 comments are entered. Just wait. I'll be there. I'll be there.
So you mean to tell me I got a 0.5% of winning. I'll take those odds over nothing.
Damn right, man.
You ain't lying.
Let the board float. Yeah, I tell you, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna definitely be a good show, man. Got a lot of good
Man.
stuff coming down the pike, definitely.
Yeah, I kind of just want to mention about Kenny, Hangar 51. It's kind of jumping off topic. He made a good video today about he's been struggling with weight loss, and he's kind of going through the losing weight and the do's and kind of the don'ts, like what works for him and whatnot. That was actually a really good video. While I don't need to lose weight, I actually need to gain weight because with diabetes. I mean, you have to watch just like if you're dieting, but I have to do it. I should be doing it 24/7, but I don't. I'll chow down on some Snickers or Reese's once in a while, about every other day.
Little Skippy.
Hey, my mom surprised me, son. Let me tell you. I came into the office on Monday morning. She had me 3 of those big, like the big containers of like Skippies, and I sent a video to Dennis, and he's like, that's hoarding. He's like, you should give some people some. I was like, man, suck my lipo. I was like, I ain't giving my Skippies. That's my food. Like, don't be hating. Oh man. But yeah, so what is next with you guys? Like, what's y'all's next plane? You know, kind of where are you guys at as far as your RC life, if you will? I know, like Ryan, he still loves his planes, but they ain't no doubt he's getting hooked on those bashing trucks and truggies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, and the cool thing about that is, man, you can go right out in your yard and do that, you know, and if you got a, you know, big enough yard or a little park nearby, you can do that anywhere. That is a cool thing. I got into trucks for a little while. It just, I don't know. I like the crawlers. Now, his latest video that he did with the crawler, that's more me. I just, that was just really cool. I like the jumping and the flipping and the racing. Don't get me wrong. I've been there and done it. But the crawling, I don't know, I like the scale. It's kind of like flying your plane scale, you know? I like the scale look of the truck. My wife loves a International Scout or an old Bronco, man. That's one of her favorite vehicles. If she could have a fully restored, that's what she'd have. And that crawler he was driving around the other day looked like an old International Scout. And I guess, I don't know if Bobby was shooting that video or who it was shooting, but the view and the way the camera was down on it, Ryan, that was a great video, man. I really enjoyed it. The music, the whole production, that was awesome, man. I enjoyed that video a lot. Do more of those, man. Those crawlers are sweet, buddy.
Yeah, they are. I was at so I didn't really know how big the RC like crawlers were, especially in my area. And I was at Hangar 18. Yeah, I was at Hangar 18, and this woman, I mentioned I used to own Jeeps, and she was like, "Oh, I got a Jeep too." And it's kind of like those things where, and I've seen in the past where people are like, "Oh, I'm a pilot," and they'd be actually like a real full-size pilot, and they'd be like, "Oh, really? Like, what do you fly?" Like, "Oh, you know, I fly Cessna, whatever." And he's talking about an RC plane, and the other guy's talking about an actual, a real plane. Anyhow, I was like, cool. I mean, that's cool. Like, here, I showed her a picture of my old Jeep. She's like, oh, cool. And she showed me a picture of her Jeep. The way the camera and everything was angled, like you were saying, you couldn't tell. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. She goes, yeah. She's like, it's like a 1/5 scale. I'm like, what? What do you mean it's a 1/5? It's a RC. It's a RC Jeep. Get out of here. And she showed me her like building and everything. That was cool. That's really like.
Well, that's the thing, man. I mean, they're coming out. They've got some really cool stuff, man. That are really nice in scale. That what is it? I think Horizon Hobby right before Christmas had the Chevrolet. Was it a Suburban? A green one that they came out with. It was really a good deal on. That was a nice crawler as well, man. It was a pretty paint scheme, very scale looking. Love that truck. That looked really nice. But Ryan said he shot that video with a selfie stick. You did a great job, man. I'm telling you, I would have guessed, Bobby was down there with the camera or something. That was really good, man. Awesome job with that, buddy.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome to be so innovative, to do stuff like that, to get those shots. I
Yeah.
mean, there's I never forget the first time. It was the P-51 from Force RC, which used to be the Dallas doll, I believe, or maybe call that now. I had it sitting here, I finished it, and I had it looking like it was about to go out the garage door, and got the shot, looked good, and then started playing around like with the filters like on Instagram. Before long, it looked like an HDR picture. It was pretty cool. I was sitting there, I was like, oh, so this is how you do this.
I mean, it's amazing, man, what you can do with these phones and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen. I'm sure a lot of you have, because she's one of the few. But she's big in RC, and I think her YouTube channel is RC Girl. She's awesome. I mean, and she does a lot of crawler videos as well. And her stuff looks really good too. She's got a cool course out behind her house too, Ryan. It's got some nice bridges and steps and all kinds of stuff. She just did a video a couple of weeks ago with a really nice looking crawler that she built, I believe. And it was very scale looking, very, very nicely shot as well. So she's another good one to watch too, guys. So check her out if you haven't. And like I said, I believe it's RC Girl if you haven't checked her out.
Yeah, I was just responding to GB. Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Horizon Hobby, again, because I've only been in this like a year and a half. Horizon Hobby had the brand Force RC, and you had the E-Flite P-51. It was like 1100 millimeters, and then it went to discontinue there. It was the Dallas doll, I believe, and then it was like the Sony Boy, or vice versa. In the Force RC, and then they did a sale, not this past December, but the December before last, and it was like $100 for the plane, or like 125, and then you got the free receiver. That's the one that has the push button for binding, and so I got that guy and flew that, and that was interesting here because I flew it straight into the power lines. Came in at like an angle, and it chopped both of the wings off, and it had like a little stubby. Nose planted, and just bought a wing set and a fuse, and put it back together. Matter of fact, I still got a ton of extra parts. I could build that plane over 4 times right now. It's a fun plane. I love it.
Hey, yeah, Smitty 1217. He's talking about, I know it's nowhere near your levels, but I had my first successful Sport Cub S flight today. Waiting for the club to open back up so I can learn on an apprentice. Was super excited. Hey, man, Smitty, it's like Dave Marshall said, we all start somewhere, man. My first plane was an apprentice. I loved it. One of the best flying planes, and it was fun just to throw up. Even after I got better, it was just a fun plane to throw up and play with, man. So, hey, man, if you flew your Sport Cub S today for the first time, hey, man, props to you, buddy, and congratulations. That's great. Like I said, it's just a great hobby to be in, and I'm just happy for anybody that's getting out there flying. And if you haven't checked out some of the UMX stuff, like I said, the Timber is great. The Turbo Timber that just came out is awesome. They're coming out with a Citation if you ever want to get into a jet, something to start with. Yeah, I mean, these small UMX planes, man, they've come a long way, and you can fly them about anywhere. So definitely check those out too, Smitty. And hey, man, keep hanging in, keep doing it, man. You'll love it.
Wait,
great hobby.
You just brought up the the UMX Timber, and I just realized I've got one, and it's in the case, and it's not here.
Huh.
What? So
Dun, dun, dun.
yeah, so this used to be where my old machine, my machine shop used to be, and then we moved it because I needed 3-phase power, and then so like, oh wow, I wonder how to find that thing now. But
Yeah, Smitty, it is an addicting hobby, man. And just go ahead and open your wallet and do this because these companies, Horizon Hobby, Motion RC, Hobby King, they all are always constantly coming out with new planes, new stuff, new this, new that, new radios. So yeah, man, you just fell into a hobby that only gets better. And I've been doing this for about 9 years, and I'm just blown away by how far it's come in 9 years. Let alone some of the guys that started back, when they were using the radios with crystals and stuff. A couple of guys that I fly with at our field talk about that, and there were certain channels that they couldn't fly on because of the antennas around the area were interfering. So you had to know what crystals to use. It's just in 9 years I've been doing this. The radio technology, they didn't talk to you 9 years ago, man. The jets. Look, I'm telling you, my apprentice was a foam airplane, of course, as you all guys know. And I think the apprentice and a couple other things were the only foam things you can buy. Everything else was balsa for the most part. And you had to use monocoat, and hope you didn't crash. And that's the thing. I mean, I've been amazed with just where I've seen this hobby go in 9 years with the scale detail of these planes, the radios, the receivers. HSD, prime example. That F-16 is just freaking amazing. It was inconceivable, a turbine jet. Nobody could afford it, and now, you can get into it relatively at a decent price. You're not going to have something that's massive, but you can get into it with a Viper jet or something in a turbine. For a couple of grand, 2,500 if you want a turbine. It's just amazing what I've seen this hobby do and how I've seen it grow in about 9 years. So you're getting into a great hobby at a great time, man. And like I said, go ahead and take your wallet and do this. Enjoy. That's all I can say. Enjoy, man.
Yes, but it is addicting. So I've been in it like for a year and a half, and I had at one point at my highest peak I had like 26 planes, and I found my timber. Let me move this down. I also found some other goodies, and this is how bad it is because I completely forgot I had these planes. All right, so this is show. Got my timber, right? But wait, there's more.
There's more.
I totally forgot that I had bought another Force RC P51 brand new in the box, and I got enough parts to build it 4 times over, and now I got a completely
giveaway
brand new bird. There's more. Found this at a yard sale. Never been flown. Still had the tape to it. Another Viper. Great first EDF.
Hey, that's nice, man.
And then
hey, look, Dave Marshall comes to your house, man. He's gonna have a smorgasbord. He'll be buying all kinds of stuff.
I'm gonna have to go check his pockets in his car before he leaves. And then my favorite is the F-16, which I've got one. This is by far my favorite 70 millimeter. And did I find this no, it wasn't a yard sale. But I found all of these like uber cheap. And
I need to go to your yard sales, man. I don't ever see planes at no yard sale. I mean, I need to check out your yard sales, definitely.
I was like, actually, honestly, I completely forgot I bought them. The Viper I got last summer, so about a year ago, and then the F-16 I honestly can't remember. But I do have a buddy that he goes yard selling and he'll buy like just silly stuff that we would consider silly, but another man's trash is another man's treasure. He'll put that stuff on eBay,
yes,
right?
sir. I love picking, man. Yes, sir.
And he'll make some good money off of eBay. He bought like this neon Mountain Dew hat like from the early 90s, late 80s Bought it for a quarter. Sold it for $20 on eBay.
Yes, sir.
I
That's
was
right.
like, dang, man.
Hey, man, if you know what you're looking for and know how to pick good stuff, you can flip it all day long and make money. And a lot of people just don't want to screw with stuff, so they throw it out on a yard sale and just to get rid of it. And you can find some good stuff, man. Yes, sir. I love it.
Yeah, it's but yeah, we could do something. I've got some oh, hey, George Watts and Mike Keller. Give y'all some blue wrenches. I had to make my there we go, add model. You got blue wrenches now?
And I saw where Ruff was going rebel, and he was going to exclude AMA and have his own field this year, new place to fly. Hey, man, props to you, buddy. I think it's awesome. And from what I saw, your landscape around the area where you're flying is absolutely beautiful. I think you're in Tennessee, if I'm correct. And video you put up, I think it was yesterday. Beautiful, man. I love the FPV and seeing the landscape all around you. But hey, man, I think it's great if you can fly somewhere like that and you don't have to worry about all those kind of things. More power to you, buddy. Definitely.
Hey, man, there's a good friend of my family's that he farms Bermuda. Well, he farms Bermuda, centipede, something else. He basically sells sod. He's a sod farmer. And he flies planes. And I've been trying to talk with him and like maybe establishing a club. But we have 2 great clubs that are around here. Well, 3 actually. And I don't want to like really step on their toes, but it would just be another place to fly at. Because the closest field to me is it's kind of like a fish. I don't want to say a fishbowl, but it's kind of like that. You got to be on your A game when you're flying jets. Closest thing I can compare it to would be like the field that James and Dave Marshall fly at, where you have to come in from the treetops, come down to land type thing. Yeah. Like I ain't all about that. Like I'd be sending up like something small first that I really didn't care about. That's
no doubt
El Cheapo versus something of like, I don't know, my F-16. Yes. I just love this Thunderbird. I wish. So Motion came out with the 90, but high performance, right? But I don't think they came out with the high performance for the Thunder, what I call the Thunder Chicken. I used to have a Thunderbird, and so I always called it a Thunder Chicken.
Yeah, that's what we called them in school.
My dad had a 93 Bill Elliott Super Coupe. And I remember we drove down to Georgia one Friday night to pick it up and stayed at like some hotel. I was like, I don't know, 5. Because I remember being we drove down there in a Bronco. And I got tired and I couldn't sleep because my mom was in the back seat with me. Because my grandfather was with us riding shotgun. So I get in the like cargo area and like fall asleep. You're back in the 90s where you didn't really wear a seatbelt at all. But man, those Jeff, are the crickets at your house?
Yes, they are actually. Believe it or not, man, me and my son and my wife, we all went fishing last weekend at a friend of mine's pond, and we took worms, crickets, minnows, and of course artificial bait. And well, needless to say, we didn't use many of the crickets. We used all the minnows, and we didn't use any of the worms. So the crickets are still here, and they're living in the garage in our cricket keeper, and they actually sound pretty damn good. I love hearing them. So yeah, but that's what you're hearing, man, is the crickets in the garage.
Oh man, if my father-in-law was there, he would be trying to cook them and then get you to eat them, because he's.
Oh no, I ain't eating no damn cricket. Now, what we did eat was we caught a mess of crappie, man. We caught probably about 20 crappie. They were about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds a piece. And we cleaned those up, and my wife fried them what was it, Sunday night. Man, let me tell you something, buddy. Talk about some good old-fashioned Southern eating. I don't know if any of you boys ever eaten no good old fried crappie, but yes, sir, they were good.
Mike goes chocolate covered crickets. Is that a aphrodisiac?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Come on, Jeff.
I'll
Come
eat
on
an
now.
oyster first. You know what I'm telling you? I love my oysters, man. So if I need an aphrodisiac, I'll stick with the oysters.
Hey, be like, come on, Jeff. Hey, what happens if your wife be like, come on, Jeff, just try it. Don't knock it.
Hey,
Don't knock
look,
it till you try
hey,
it.
Dave, we've got a big bearded dragon that my wife has, and we got it as a little one about this big several years ago. Now it's like this, and yeah. So we've been feeding some of these crickets to the bearded dragon. So I get what you're saying. They love them.
Man, we used to catch. Grandfather used to take us down to the pylons for all the bridges here in North Carolina. We used to go sheephead fishing. Now on the West Coast, they've got sheephead, which is kind of like a pink-looking fish. Over here, the reason I call them sheephead is because their head kind of resembles a sheep, but they got teeth like us, and they eat shellfish, like oysters, or excuse me, not oysters, sea urchins, crabs, you name it. And so we always used to get sea urchins, break the quills off, hit them a little bit, just kind of let juices start flowing out, and hook them through the mouth and throw them in there. But the thing about a sheephead is they don't bite and run. They bite and they, as the waves are coming in and out, your tip of your pole will go up and down with the waves, and every so often it would flicker. And right as soon as it flickered, you better be on it, and you yank as hard as you can and start reeling, because sheephead, they put up a fight for only being as small as they are, about anywhere between like 3 to like 8 pounds. I mean, they put up one heck of a fight. And my grandfather, he got 2 citations from North Carolina for like having a record. He got a record, back in the late 90s or mid 90s, and then toward the late 90s, the beginning of 2000s, he shattered that record. And of course, it's been beaten again. It's been beaten since then, but he had it. That was pretty cool. His biggest one was like 10 and a half, 11 pounds. It was a monster.
Well, I caught a couple of nice bass Saturday, as a matter of fact, using an artificial bait. I caught one that probably weighed about 7 pounds. Man, it was a great, nice big bass. And I hooked into another one, and me and my son actually saw it. I got it up to the bank, and it bent the hook straight and got off. And if I had to guess, I'd say it was at least 9 pounds. It was a monster bass, man, and it hit a minnow. And it took that hook, nice size hook, and just straightened it out. But I fought it for probably like 5 minutes, because it would take the drag out, bring it back in, it would take it back out again. But I got it to the shore where I could finally see it. And man, it was just, I was like, oh my God. I mean, that rod was bent like this, man. It was nice. The same client of mine owns this pond as well, and there's some hogs in there too, man. So hope to be catching some good ones this weekend as well. So we'll have a good time.
Oh yeah, there used to be a pond about 5 minutes from here, and as a kid, I always fished for like crappie and brim with my grandfather. Grandfather was like really big into fishing, and we went to this buddy of his went fishing, and I'm reeling in this crappie or brim, small crappie, small brim. Anyhow, you see like this big like weight come up behind this fish. And what it was a bass. And I was like, whoa, I bring it in. I was like, whoa. I was like, I called him Ted. That was his name, Ted. I was like, whoa, what was that? What was that? He goes, that was a bass. I was like, let's see if we can get him again. So we threw him back out there about 3 or 4 times and tried to bait him in, and never could get him. But I remember that to this day, because even my grandfather, he got super excited. He's like, whoa, he's like, that's a big bass.
Yeah, man. But that's what I was catching those bass off of the other day. It was a little fish with 2 breaks in it, and it looked like almost a little brim. And when we went through the water, it did like this. And man, they were killing it. Mm-hmm. They loved that thing the other day. But yeah, Guniac asked, had anybody ever been tuna fishing? Yes, I have been tuna fishing. I went deep sea fishing in Mexico one year. We caught bluefin tuna, dolphin, which some people call mahi. We call it sailfish, white sailfish, white marlin. I call it a big sailfin marlin. That was some fun fishing that day down in Mexico, man. I've never done anything like that in my life, and it was just awesome. My wife caught one of the biggest tunas. I mean, not tunas, but dolphin they had ever seen on the boat. It was over 90 pounds. It was a bull dolphin, and it was absolutely beautiful. She couldn't hardly hold it up. I mean, she was like this, but big fish, man. We had a great time.
We I don't know if I should tell a story. Whatever. You only live once. My great uncle has a boat, deep sea fishing boat, and when I was a kid, I was probably 12 at the time. We all went deep sea fishing. My uncle, great uncle, and my dad and I went out there, and we get about 15 miles out. Anyhow, the fish ain't biting, and we knew this going in. It's like, well, just because of the way the ocean was and the weather, not be catching anything. So long story short, they decided to start drinking. Well, then they got hammered. Nobody could really drive the boat. So what does my grandfather do, or my great uncle does? He tells me this compass heading of some arbitrary number. Let's just say it's 120. He goes, Dustin, keep this boat at 120 and just keep going till you see land. He goes, by that time, I'll be all right. And that's what I did. So for the next few hours, I'm driving these guys back, not knowing where the heck I'm at. He has no GPS, nothing like that. He's really old school. And sure enough, saw land, and I was only about half a mile where I should be. So, hey, for a 12-year-old, learning about the seat of your pants, I'll take that.
Hey, that's what it's all about, man. Learning, having fun. Heck yeah. I love it. I grew up pond fishing all my life, man, and I didn't need anybody. I could sit around a pond right by myself all day long and bass fish and brim fish and have the best time. And if I got one bite, I'd sit there all day, man. It's called patience. It's like I told my son the other day, because he's a little impatient. I said, son, it's not called catching, it's called fishing.
Right.
So, yeah.
I was like in high school, I used to carry a brim buster around. And for guys that don't know, and everybody may call them a bit different, but it's the telescoping poles that come down to maybe about
brim
18,
buster.
Yeah,
brim buster.
About 18 inches, and we used to carry those around. I always had one in the backseat of the truck, and have my lunch.
And you can catch a fish this big on that, and it feels like you got Moby Dick on that damn thing. You know what I mean?
That sucker be like stretched over, and like the tip be like touching the water. It's like almost breaking. And you're like, oh, no, right?
Right. That's right. Hey, man, we got 40 in here tonight. We're killing it, man.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Is that our highest number?
I think so, yeah. We're doing great. It's awesome.
Wow, guys.
Glad to have everybody
y'all
here
being
tonight.
here. Oh, Michael Rogers. Man, all right. That dude sends me like the most random Facebook video. They're hilarious as hell. But he sends me like the most random videos ever on Facebook. I gotta give you a shout out for that. Oh man. But
yeah.
But guys, I appreciate you guys being here with us. I mean, 40. That's a big number. It's for us.
Right. We got Wreckham Roy in the house. What's up, Roy? How you doing, man?
And I'm happy that Smitty. I'm happy you joined us. It's good to have some new blood, by all means.
That's right. Definitely. Got Jeff Toohey in the house. Give him a wrench.
Oh, Jeffy.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Doing good, man.
I just can't
Tell you what, man, I don't know about you guys, but this stay home stuff's killing me, man. Look, Sunday was like flying. It was like everything was normal, It just did something for me mentally to be out with my friends. And considering, man, we were shocked. We had a great crowd Sunday at the field. We probably had about 8 or 9 guys out there flying. So it tells you everybody was dying to get out. But we all kept our distance and, still had a great time. But this stay-at-home mess, man, I'm going to tell you, it is not for me. I'm used to a schedule. I get up early in the morning. I start my day. I get going. I don't stop. And this crap of, well, you can sleep in the morning or you can, stay up later at night. Your kids sleeping later because they're not in school. I'm just like, man, when can they go back, please?
It was like there was a meme on Facebook that I saw where as a parent and like he's calling his teacher, and it's like, I'm so sorry for all the mean things I said to you in the parent conference meeting. I'm like, my kid is a little shit.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, give Kenny a wrench, man. He'll be
Kenny,
he'll be
hey.
complaining. We gotta give Kenny a wrench. Yeah,
I'm
Kenny said he's
Cajun
never had
salmon
tuna.
right
Like,
now.
he said he stayed at the Holiday Inn last night. We're glad for the Holiday Inn there, Kenny. I don't know where the hell that came from, but you know.
Well, it's like me. I am not a morning person by no stretch of the imagination unless I'm at some event, say like Joe Knoll or somewhere like that, right, we're really excited for. But me, like I love working at night. I guess if you're a morning person, it's kind of the same. You switch where it's just quiet, have nobody bother me. You just kind of just can be in my zone and do what I need to do. And that's where I spend a lot of nights here, RC planes or machining. But I'd be glad when all this stuff gets out of the way, and I don't want to say it because I know YouTube's like kind of trolling that right now. But you know, because it's putting a damper on a lot of people, you know, with the not being able to do this, not being able to do that.
Well, man, it's one of those things where, man, damn, you know, I mean, if you look around, like here, you know, traffic is buzzing.
Yeah.
Lowe's is killing it. The grocery stores are killing it. You know, other restaurants are killing it because people can do takeout, curbside, pickup, delivery, you know, whatever. But it's like for, you know, what my wife and I do, there's no options, man. And that's what sucks. I mean, because nobody's invented a thing a woman can stick her damn head into and put a thing around her neck and I can wash her hair and shove her back out. I mean, one of my buddies said the other day, he said, you need to take your trailer and cut a hole in the side of it. And she stick her head in the hole and you close the accordion around her neck and you then wash her hair and get it blow dried and you shove her back out the hole and close it. And I'm like, there's a thought. You know?
That's an elaborate thought too.
I mean, you know, I mean, damn. So, I mean, but really, there's no options for us, man, and they don't want us to open up. And it's like I could understand it if, like, 2 years ago, I owned 3,500 square foot salon. We had 9 employees, you know, and 2 years ago we downsized back to just me and my wife, and you know, we're cleaner than just about anywhere you go. We sanitize after every client. We're constantly wiping things down. I mean, hell, I wear a face mask. I'll make the client wear a face mask if it makes everybody happy. But I mean, you know, there's no options for us. And this mess of not being able to go to work, damn. I mean, I've only got so much around the house, honey-do-wise, I can do, and it's killing me. I mean, you know, thank God we've had a big project we've been working on and trying to get wrapped up with, which is coming soon. Wait for it. Stay tuned. But it's just, I'm telling you, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to work. I need to work. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a worker. I like to work. So.
Yeah, and it's weird, like for me, because I'm in construction. But hey, just holding up for that. You know what did grab my butt is that in North Carolina, starting yesterday, yesterday, because today's Tuesday. I keep getting my days mixed up. It's Tuesday. They allowed pet groomers to open back up.
Really?
Yeah.
I know PetSmart. You know, they're not allowing grooming going on there because that's where we carried our dog, and they're not doing anything.
They are starting yesterday because the lady and I, she wanted to say that no. She's like, I'm a groomer, and they stopped that. I'm like, no, they because my wife used to work for PetSmart, so the store she used to manage, I called it up. I was like, hey, out of curiosity, I heard, is this true? Can you confirm it? She's like, yeah. You can. It's not walk-in, so it's by appointment only, and it's curbside. So you basically just drop your dog off as if you're dropping your kid off to school.
See, you throw your dog off to the side, you carry his ass into a room, get him done. That's what I need to do with these damn women, and that's what I got. You know what I mean? I mean, damn. Wear your hazmat suit if you need to, but let's get her done.
I'm telling you, man. What you need to do is get like a the food trucks.
Yes.
Look like a food truck, smell like a food truck, but
Right.
not a food truck.
Well, look, man, they got a corner here in Greenville, and they got like 8 food trucks sitting there, and they're serving food, and people are pulling in and buying food, and I'm like, wait a damn minute. How is that sanitary? Give you a prime example, okay, guys, and everybody think about this long and hard because I'm going to tell you a story, and this will trip you out, okay? All right, so what was it? I think it was Sunday. My son, he's 13. He wanted to go to Bojangles, so I'm like, okay. I know he's tired of mom's cooking. He's tired of being home, so we're gonna go to Bojangles and get takeout, right? Okay. So the line is wrapped around the building. So we sit there and being very patient, you know. We get around to the window, we order our food at the speaker, and we come on around. Well, the car in front of me, I see him hand a credit card out the window, and the girl at the window takes the credit card in her gloved hand. Gloved, mind you. She swipes the card, she hands it back to them, and then she hands them their food through the window. Now, that's all well and good, I guess, but I told my wife at that moment, I said, hey, if that person in that car had Corona, they touched the credit card, handed it to her, she took it, swiped it, handed it back. She never changed the glove. She didn't wash her hands. So now when I pull up to the window next, she's taking my cash money. She puts it in a drawer. She takes change out, hands it to me, and then hands me my drink tray and my food and everything through a window. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there's something wrong with this whole damn picture because if the car in front of me, like I said, if they were sick, handed her a card. She never changed the glove, never washed her hand. She took my paper money, gave me paper money and coins back. What was on that, we don't know either. And then touched everything I had. If you're going to go somewhere and eat, shouldn't only one person touch money and do cash transactions? And every time they do a cash transaction, how are you going to hand back change if you don't know where that money's been? Right. I mean, is anybody with me on this? Because I'm analyzing this way too deep probably. No, but I'm thinking, I can't do a damn haircut, people.
Right.
But a woman can hand me change that came from whoever, okay?
No, you're 110% right because it's cross-contamination. I mean,
exactly, that's what it's called, man. That's right.
It's these people that go out with the gloves. And yes, it's human nature, and they don't think about it because it's subconscious or whatnot. But I saw a guy. Honestly, I laughed my butt off at this guy that's in line eating Cheetos with gloves on, and he's in the checkout line, and I'm like, man, like that's stupid. Yeah. Yes, you're trying to be safe, but at the end, you're not being safe.
Well, no, Ryan says he hasn't taken change back in a couple of weeks. Well, okay, well, I don't mind keeping a little bit. I don't mind giving somebody a little bit of jingle, but damn, if they owe me back, 4, 5, and I buy a lot of stuff with cash. I don't use a lot of plastic just because I don't like it, and I get cash, so I use cash.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, if these restaurants can stay open and they can sell food, okay, and we need it. I'm not taking nothing from it. We all do need it. But if you're gonna do that, one person needs to be taking transactions, and every time it's a cash transaction, they either need to change gloves, wash hands, or spray money, or disinfect money, or something, because let's face it, guys, money is one of the nastiest damn things on a daily basis, regardless of any kind of virus that you can touch. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're absolutely right.
And then add a virus on top of it. I'm just saying, you can't have one person doing all this and playing with money and not expect people to get sick. I don't care how careful you are. it's not right. And I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there. So you need to think about that, guys. A little something to make you say, okay?
Yeah, there was a study. We'll just say it was back when I was in high school, different lifetime ago, about talk about money being so dirty, and they did this test, and it showed that of $100 bills, 1 out of 10 could test positive for cocaine residue.
Right on. That's
and even
right.
more for $100 bills. And I'm like, and I don't use a lot of. I keep cash on me. Yes, I keep small amount, but it's just in case credit card or credit card machine's down, or something of that nature. They only accept cash, like a parking deck, for example. It's crazy the times that we live in, because society in itself is, we are policed by ourselves in the sense that when everything is kosher, everything is fine, no pandemic, we're good. But as soon as you flip the switch of it's a pandemic, the true colors and I don't say true colors, but the primal instinct of humans come out. Luckily, we haven't had any real big issues with it, but I could see it getting to that point, especially in the bigger cities. Every simple stuff like toilet paper. You got a magazine. I ain't gonna lie, I keep magazines just for that particular purpose, if it ever came to that.
Newspaper, man. Newspaper.
Oh, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Look, there's this company called...
Might get a little ink on your ass, but you know what? Newspaper's a lot softer than a damn magazine page. I'm just saying, man.
Look, let me tell you something. The wife, if she's looking at me while I'm walking across in the living room naked, look, if I have ink on my butt, it just gives her something to read.
That's right. Read this. I got the funny papers on my ass, okay? No, but it's just seriously, man. There's so much crap out there and hype and this and that. And I know this is super serious. I'm not making light of it. But at the end of the day, if you're going to eat at takeout places, you're going to eat at restaurants and things like that. Unless you know exactly what's going on, you can't be but so careful. I don't know. Like McDonald's, you go through McDonald's, one person takes the money at the drive-thru, another person hands you your food at the next window. That's better than like Bojangles where they do it all. That's much better. But again, you still don't have any guarantee. You're winging it and you're hoping that everything's good. That's all we can do right now. But I tell you, I don't know about y'all, but I'm starting to feel a little bit out of place if I go somewhere and I ain't got on a face mask, because now it's becoming a fashion statement, and so I think I'm gonna have to get me one, because like I said, I'm feeling out of place. You kind of got to have that mask on nowadays to fit in and look like you either aren't worried about the virus or are worried. I don't know which it is. But they're definitely gonna have to have a mask.
Man,
need some airplanes or something on it.
I saw this video of this lady. She made a face mask. It was printed to where it just had like really big like cartoon lips, and then she reached up at the top and the bottom of it and opened it up, and when it was like teeth, and it looked like it was smiling at you, and it was like the funniest thing.
Well, what we could get, what we killers, we could find something that looked like jet pilots wear, with the hoses coming out of. That's what we need, man.
There was
I'd wear that in a heartbeat. I don't know about y'all, but I'd wear me one of those, man, just for fun.
Hey, we can go out in public, right? I'll be your wingman.
There you go. That's right.
Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me.
And if you got the helmet with the face shield on it and the mat and the breather on, well, hell, you fit right in now. Nobody would think you was damn special needs walking around,
There was I don't know if you guys saw the latest. The '80s movie with Mel Gibson. It was like the apocalypse. You're searching for gasoline. Mad Max. The latest Mad Max, we had the main evil guy. How he had like this big respirator looking thing.
Yes,
a gentleman like 3D printed that and has the filter on the inside, and he walks around at a shop with this thing on, and he's painted it all up, doing like airbrushing and being artistic like you, Jeff. He has that skill set, and he's like, yeah, if he walked by, they either laugh back, but they have to do like a double take. And I wish I could show it, but I don't want to. The stream's going good right now. I don't want to touch it.
Well, hey, look, we've got a respirator, man, because my wife wears it for painting furniture and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I told her the other day, I said, hell, you might need to break that thing out. You go somewhere, put your mask on, You just don't know anymore, man. I mean, they're asking people to wear them more if you go out in public and stuff like that,
Well, I've read, I don't know how true this is, but some governors are making it mandatory, which I don't know how, I mean, you can't police that. Like, our sheriff sent a public service announcement out and said, hey, we're not stopping you people and asking, where your papers are, as far as, being kind of like the Gestapo, seeing where you're going, where you're coming from, and try to determine if you're doing like essential duties or you're just kind of just riding around because you're just stir crazy, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's like...
But it's funny, I saw these two guys riding yesterday. They were riding in their car, and they both had their mask on. I'm thinking, something's wrong with this picture, man. I mean, I don't think you need to wear the mask riding in the car, not unless y'all scared of each other. I don't...
Yeah, if you're scared of each other, why are you in the same car?
That's what I'm talking about, man. Now you're catching on. Yes.
Man, oh man. It's very interesting times that we live in.
Yes, it is.
And
it's a shame you can't find elastic to make a mask with around here, Josh, Rhonda. The elastic is actually sold out. That goes around your ears. Because my wife could sew a little bit. She was actually thinking about making some. All the elastics sold out.
What? And it's like Amazon is kind of like if you like 3D printer filament example may be delivered the end of April, but I can go and order a USB hub. I'll be there in 2 days. And it's like they're trying to categorize what's essential and like what's not, and divert their resources for because of all this. Now I don't know if they're just taking people like off the payroll, or not the payroll, but off like the jobs, so they have a limited amount of resources, or they're really just trying to hire a lot more people. Which I've read that some locations are hiring more people just because of they're that more busier, because people, instead of going to the grocery store or doing the order where they bring it out to your car, they're doing Amazon, which, hey, that's smart.
Yeah.
So Papa John's is doing the whole like 6 feet ordering now, or delivering, which I don't understand how they're like, we don't touch your pizza when it comes out of the oven. I'm like, you got to put it into the box. You got to fold the box up.
Little Caesars is doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I just don't get it. Now, I did see a girl get mad at the guy because he was, instead of at the checkout, they put like a tape on the floor, 6 foot apart. And he was like 3 foot, 5 foot. She saw that. She turned around and she unleashed the 3 horsemen. I mean, you thought the 3 horsemen was coming over for like the apocalypse. I'm sitting there like eating my Slim Jim because I'm waiting for my buddy, my coworker, to check out, and I'm just standing on the side, just watching it all happen, eating my Slim Jim, mind vision. I'm like, this is like some Jerry Springer stuff going on, except it didn't deal with your cousin or nothing like that. I'm like, dang.
Oh man, God. All right, so look, man, it's we got 10:14. When you want to wrap it up? I think people are starting to ease off. I know Eric just got out. Thank you for coming, Eric. Shadow Ops, check him out, guys.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. So,
check out everybody's shows.
Yeah. So let's just wrap this up real quick, because I honestly didn't know it had been this late. Because I've actually gotta go by the grocery store for my wife because she needs some stuff.
Where are you at?
Yeah, luckily she's asleep. But yeah, I mean it's crazy. Y'all guys be safe. Check out everybody's channel, guys. Support one another. Everybody supports us, and I'm 100% grateful for you guys doing this, because that was the biggest thing for me and Jeff doing this, as we share nights with one another, or share weeks with one another, is to still be able to get out and grab the audience, and you guys have been awesome at
Yes.
following us. And I try to keep the previews out. Yes, I've been trying to do it like a day or two beforehand, but here's late. It's been the day of. But you guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. He's like, shut up, Dustin. We gotta go.
Cujo.
It's snack time.
Yeah, right. Hey, look, hey,
Oh,
tell them, man. Let's tell them tomorrow night you got Weaving Wednesdays with Josh Weaver at 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
You got GB Linden at 9:30.
You got Kenny on Thursday.
Right. Dave's RC on Friday nights.
And we know who's on Saturday.
Yes, Pilot Ryan.
Big
Pilot
man
Lounge.
himself. Speaking of which, I
And,
gotta talk to you about that F-15 because I've been on your butt for so long about that F-15, and then you got, I can't remember exactly. Apologize. What EDF you got in there, but I need to talk to you about it because I love the F-15. And then on Sundays we got Mary Boozer, Dave Marshall, the Air Marshal RC on Monday, where we all get together and do real flight, which is absolutely fun. It is so fun. It is so fun to try to fly in formation with these B-25s or AT-6s or Pitts. It is just so daggone fun to do that.
And I will be getting this soon, Ray. This SU, man. Like I said, it's just I've been working on another big project, and that'll be up soon, and then I'll have some more free time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that. I got to get the AL going, get that done too, and got to get the Guniac afterburners, guys, right here. Check them out. Got to have those in there.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in the SU. Got to get the MiG back flying. Got a lot. Hey, I got a lot of quarantine stuff to do, so it's a good thing, man. Get a lot of stuff done, but yeah, thanks everybody for coming out and just supporting us. It means a lot to me, guys. Thank you for Cody Adair coming out. Look forward to seeing you on Ryan's show this coming weekend. Looking forward to the giveaway, guys. And everybody just doing great work. And, you know, all you guys are entertaining. Everybody is having to stay home right now. And
Mm-hmm.
it just even goes to show even more what a great community this is, guys, that we can all support each other and have a good laugh with each other at night. And just really, really share the love, man. And thanks. I totally appreciate it, guys. And I'm thankful for all of you. Very much so.
Same here. And guys, if you ain't subscribed to Raven Rock, my channel, Raven Rock Machine and Aviation, I know it's a long name. I'm fighting with myself because I do aviation and I do CNC machining, and to be able to keep up with two channels, it would be a nightmare with me with everything else I got on my plate. So bear with me. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that bell notification. Same thing. Go to Jeff's Custom RC. Subscribe to his channel. Hit that bell notification as well, so you can stay up on top of people, and that goes for the rest of us, right? Make sure you hit that bell notification beside the subscribe button. That way, you know, you get an email saying, hey, so-and-so just put this video out, and it gives you that, it keeps you informed. Because here's late with all this stuff going on, I noticed that I'm missing people's, their nights, like Mary Boozer's and then Dave Marshall's as well. Luckily, I knew about it, and so I just kept having to like go to their channel and saw that they were live and going that way. It wasn't under my subscription, so I found out this helps when you hit that bell notification because you do get an email. It's more reliable than under the subscription tab.
Definitely, yes.
But I appreciate
And
it, guys.
Bledsoe just got here, so let's say hey to him.
Oh man, Bledsoe. So yeah, okay. So for real, special shout out to Bledsoe because Tuesday was Bledsoe's night, and
Yes.
Bledsoe, I really want to have you on here one night. I really do. So get up with me, please, or Jeff, because I know Jeff's got your information as well.
Yes. Yep.
And as Ryan says, follow your faves on social. I don't know, Jeff. I don't know if you saw that, but Ryan said to reach out to him before Saturday.
Yeah, hit me on Instagram, Ryan, whenever you get a minute. I know you're busy, man, and I think that's the only way I really got to get up with you. And I know, you know, we've talked before on Instagram, so just hit me on there, man, and I'll definitely respond back to you. Because, yeah, I'd like to talk with you.
Yeah, but hey man, we had a giveaway for the F-14 tonight. You missed it.
Yeah,
Just Josh is like, 'cause
definitely.
Josh started that. He goes, Bledsoe, you missed the giveaway. But without Bledsoe, Jeff and I would not be here right now. So I got to give it up for Bledsoe. If you're not sub to him, go
Right
sub
on,
to
man.
him. It was that night that we got. I feel so bad because I don't really remember the name of the channel, but he was like at 87 subscribers, and we boosted him up to like 104 because his goal was to get to 100, and we all got together.
That was Shadow Ops. Shadow Ops.
Was it Shadow?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. That was Eric. Yep.
That was freaking awesome.
That's right. And everybody likes to support, guys, and everybody likes to feel special. So definitely, show the love, and it doesn't cost a thing. Subscribe, guys. And everybody appreciates it, and it makes everybody feel really good and special. So you got nothing to lose. You might actually see something you like from time to time. So check them out.
Yeah, and then next week we'll have something special. A new format that we're going to do tonight, but because we had technical difficulties, we couldn't do it. And we'll get that out next week, which is going to be sweet. So stay tuned for that. And we got some stuff in the works as well that we talked about over the course of the past 2 weeks. So we just got to get together and implement that. So stay with us, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be very awesome.
That's right.
But that is it for this evening, guys. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. Thank you, Jeff, as well, buddy. And,
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
As always, it's always a pleasure talking to you guys and hanging out on these Tuesday nights. So take care, be safe, and hope to see you guys at the field.
Wear your mask.